Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bless Unleashed walkthroughs. It's your boy No Deflection, and we will be walking through Abyssal Kitchen today. We will be running this with a full crew. This is out of the Puff players. We have True Beast, Destroyer, Jut Herder, myself, and Vocals. Vocals, as you heard from my other previous videos, he's the lead singer of that band, Whiskey and the Wolves. Hit him up. Spotify, YouTube, guys. Fantastic band. I don't keep saying this until I see some more hits on his Spotify page. Just saying. So, Kitchen. Pretty easy. If you remember the first one, it's nothing like the original. So get ready. It's very exciting. So the first area, we're just going to DPS down these, little mob guys. These mercenary archers, if you're not careful, they will do some crazy damage. I believe that like 40% he stuns everyone and does a rain of volley of arrows. And it can seriously do a full stack of HP on somebody, no problem. That'll take you down. You'll see right here. So at 55% he did this. So when you're standing in his rain of volley, which for some reason I'm not getting hit at all, it's doing 0 damage to me. If I'm not mistaken, it does get somebody later on. Yeah, see right there, 500, 500, 500, over and over again. If you're standing in that area, it can do some serious damage to you. So up here, when you get to this opening, do not run in and attack those guys. Do not run out there and attack them. It's not worth it. Run right up into this area, up into this little cave, lure them up there. This will keep Simon. If you guys don't know who Simon is, I don't know how you don't know who he is. He's the biggest douchebag archer in the game. He will go and notify all the other archers in that open area, which will then you'll have a slew of archers attacking you all at once. Simon is the biggest tool in this game. Avoid him at all costs. So when you run into that open area, run right up these stairs and just hang out. These guys will all come up to you. Should be 2 to 3 guys. There's always one extra mercenary archer who's going to stun you like he is here. And just do the same thing. Just DPS him down. Avoid his volley of arrows if you can. If you can't, try to heal up. I have a healing ring on right now, and then I'm going to leap on him, obviously, to get my health back. So that's that first little mob area. Once we kill this mercenary. Okay, that's him. So right there, see, one of our guys went down. Just from that volley of arrows, it can do some serious damage to you if you're not careful. Okay, so our first boss, very similar to the last boss. These crates around him will heal you. They'll give you a shield and heal you. You will need these to live through the poison gas he plans on putting out. Just be aware of that. So he does it 3 times. He'll go back at a certain percentage. You need to run over to one of these crates and open the crate. 1 crate at a time only. My suggestion is to start on one side and you work your way through them every time he goes back for this phase. It's a poison gas phase, basically. Now, if you have stacks on you, stacks that make you bleed, you might not be able to open these crates. You can if you time it just right. So it's it's up to you to take a chance. If nobody has a stack on them, then I suggest that person without stacks takes the opening of the crate. He has a couple of very interesting attacks. He'll actually prepare an attack and he'll jump forward and attack you. He'll do the spin attack and then he'll jump up in the air and slam down on you. That can do an insta kill to you if you're not careful. They usually give you enough time though. Once he spin attacks you, even if he knocks you down, you can usually get back up and just avoid him. So right there is 1 stack on me. So with that stack, when I go to open the crate, every time I bleed, it's going to keep me from opening the crate. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You just get used to it. So that's 2 stacks. Be aware that if you get to 3, 4 stacks, you're probably going to end up dying. It is what it is with this guy. He's kind of a pain. And he jumps around a lot. So for melees, this fight is terrible. Like chasing this guy around and trying not to get stacks is basically impossible. Just be prepared to take stacks. Pop a healing potion, pop a regeneration over time potion, whatever you got to do. So here, I was able to open it. Actually, no, I think Jut Herder himself opened it right there. I don't think he had any stacks on him. So as you can see, our health's going down. Now when it pops, it gives you the shield, which keeps you from getting hurt in the poison. Once you have this, you want to run around and find him. He's hiding in the poison. You need to attack him 3 times to get him out of this phase. So this is the 2nd time, and then we're going to go around looking for him on the 3rd one. If you pay attention, if you have your headset up volume quite a bit, the game volume, you can actually hear which direction he goes to when he does that. Likewise, if you have a ranger with mark, or if you have, I think priest as well can put a mark above his head, it will actually track him around in the smog, the mist, and you'll be able to find him much easier. We just didn't happen to have Mark on him at the time. We were saving it for this phase. When he's in the poison phase, you can't really do a lot of damage on him, so it's up to you to, if you have 2 archers, by all means use a Mark during the phase and then a Mark afterwards for the damage. Just be aware of that. So when he goes back for his second round of this, we're going to go to that second crate. We are not going to open up the crates willy-nilly. We're going to open them only when needed for that smog phase. So there, he knocked this all down. Dodge roll out of the way. Avoid that at all costs because that will kill you. There you go. He goes back in. So he just marked him right now. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to open this crate. I have no stacks on me. Opens instantly, which is great. And this fog, as you can see, does quite a bit of damage pretty quickly. So you want to avoid taking this damage as much as possible. Get your shield and start running around. So this is where we play hide and go seek. Peekaboo, whatever you want to call it, you got to find him. He could be anywhere. If you go down during this phase, if you happen to run out of shield and you go down, just stay down until this phase is over, then revive, or let somebody revive you after that. Juts at level 2 will probably revive him, because we're all guild. We're friends. We help. But he also might pot, or he might just scroll up. I'm not sure here. We're going to wait and see. Yeah, he just scrolled up. So after that smog phase, obviously same thing, DPS him down, and he'll do that one more time. Now on the last phase, if you've only opened up 2 crates, there are 2 crates available. Feel free to open up both of them if you want. It's not going to hurt you. You only need 1 really to get through it, but if you want to open up both, go for it. I wish I had better tactics for melees when you're in this fight. It's just chase, chase, chase. Very similar to the Soul Reaper. He jumps where he wants. He focuses on whoever he wants. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Just do your best and try to keep DPSing him down. Now, I don't know if the devs meant to do this. I know this is called Kitchen. I'm hoping that they called this guy Wolfgang because, Wolfgang Puck, one of the more famous chefs in the world. I'm just praying that that's what they went for. I don't know if they did or not. The devs have been notoriously very good at sneaking little stuff, little funny jokes in there, here and there. So it's been good. I've always hoped that this was the case for this name. So Wolfgang, that's his final one. Now, same thing here. Just DPS him down as fast as possible. Avoid stacks if you can. And that's basically Wolfgang in a nutshell. And that's Wolfgang. There you go, 5 minutes, 28 seconds. One of the more of a pain of the battles, just because you're chasing them around the whole time. It can be, if you have a new person who's opening up crates at the beginning, you might as well just wipe the whole dungeon if you have no crates. I've seen Storm Chasers. If you have 1 or 2 Storm Chasers, they can negate that poison. But in reality, it's just easier to have the crates open. We've had it before where we had a first guy playing through. He thought he knew what he was doing. We asked him if he knew what he was doing. He said, yeah. He runs and he opens up 3 crates. And we're like, bro, what are you doing? And we ended up just kicking the guy and running it with 2 crates, which can be done. It's just a pain in the butt, and you have to use a lot more potions. So avoid that. That second area that you just saw me run through, that can be avoided. You do not need to kill those guys. They do not jump off the ledge that you jump off. So they'll stay up there. You can bang on them if you want to for some extra mana crystals or rage, but by no means do you need to kill those guys. So when you get down to this hallway across the bridge, you got the Kobold Foreman and his little buddies. You're just going to fight them, take them down. And I believe there's 2 groups of these guys. Okay, now that the Foreman are out of the way, you're going to move on up. And there should be 2 guys left. If not, they're usually hanging out right here to the left. If not there, just blow past them. Now, this second boss, you can actually, instead of watching this video right in the beginning, you can actually, if you take your time, if you're standing on the wood where, I believe, Destroyer's standing right now. I'm a little too far in. If you stand on the wood right there, exactly where I am now, and somebody walks in and gets in to start talking, as soon as you see that talking start, you can roll in right there. Who are you? If you see that and you dodge roll in, you can actually attack him during this phase, this whole cutscene phase. We kind of messed it up here. We do it on the next run, which I don't have recorded. So basically, it just gives you a little bit more of a, take a little more percentage off his health. That's all it is. So Clue, this is the Whirlwind Maniac, basically. He is the keeper of the dragons, so all of these doors around the arena will allow dragons to run through, very similar to the first dungeon itself, the first kitchen. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to do this. He's going to blow whirlwinds at you. You can actually stop the whirlwinds if you jump in on him as soon as he starts doing the whirlwinds. It's very hard to do. Satyrs and Berserkers can use their leap attack and kind of bash him in the head, basically, when he's doing it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like it's a glitch. So when he does his first call, he's going to pull some dragons through. He's going to put up a shield, and you all need to be on one side of him to allow the dynamite to go off. So as you can see here, we're all rolling as a team to one side, and then once he throws dynamite, we roll to the opposite side and attack him on that opposite side. It is a little tougher for melees. It can be done. So as you can see here, we did it. We're moving over to the other side, avoiding it as much as possible. This is how you keep the dynamite from spreading across the floor and killing everyone. You obviously want to avoid this because this can wipe your team really fast. Right there, it did like 67% of my health. It's a ridiculous amount of damage. Now, he'll have a couple of shields, I think 3 to 4. Once you pop all those shields, he'll go into his whirlwind phase, where he'll start spouting whirlwinds again. Right here, he's actually going to start doing it. Or we might have passed. Yeah, so he's going to start doing it here. Now, if you jump in on him as soon as he starts doing this, you'll avoid being attacked from that. Unfortunately, it's very hard to do. So once you got him down to a certain percentage, he'll go back into his shield phase right here. And then same thing, you all want to be on one side. And then when he throws the dynamite, roll to the other side. Attack. When he throws dynamite, roll to the other side. As a team, this is imperative that you do this during this fight. And you need to be where we are between these two columns, basically. Because what he'll do is he'll send dragons out back and forth. And if you get hit by those, they do as much damage as the dynamite itself. So you want to avoid the dragons and avoid the dynamite. DPS down his shields. DPS through it. Whatever you got to do. And that's basically the gist of Clue. Like I said, if you are running with some randoms, and I've noticed, at least as far as the runs I've been doing when I'm running with pugs, pickup groups, I've noticed that people from Ficera don't necessarily play by these rules. They kind of do their own thing, which, I mean, hey, if you can get through a boss that quickly, 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and not follow those rules, by all means. But we have it set pretty perfectly, in my opinion. If you follow this, no one dies for the most part. It's quick. The shield goes down fast. It's just the way to go, in my opinion. So just be wary of that. If you have some random people with you, they might not have any idea what they're doing. My suggestion is if you could tell they're new, just suggest that to them, in the least, to make your lives a little easier on that second boss. So here we're moving through the last area. We're getting into the kitchen itself, opening the gate there, and then obviously there's one more gate to open further up. Thankfully, the second gate that they opened, or that they have for you to open, they've shortened the timer on the video itself, so you won't get smashed by these guys when you open it. So you'll see, I'll turn it right now. They stunned him for me, thank God. But these guys will start attacking me. I believe you'll see some red in the bottom corner here. Yeah. Thankfully, they made that much shorter. That was like a solid 30 seconds prior. Now it's only like 10 to 12 seconds, that video. So now the odds of you dying are very unlikely. Once it's open, you can jump down in this area. You don't even need to kill those guys up there. They won't jump down, similar to the phase earlier with the drop down. Those guys are, apparently they're afraid of heights. I don't know. I mean, you'll see these guys jump up, 30 feet in the air, come down and smash on you with their pots and pans and knives, but they refuse to take a 8-foot fall off that ledge. Who knows? Maybe they're afraid the chef's going to put them in the next dish. I don't know. Personally, I don't like rat in my food, but, to each their own. So these guys can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. They do similar attacks to what Ramsay does, the final boss. They'll jump up and smash on the ground. It's a good way to get used to his attack, that jump attack. Be careful. These guys will do some serious damage to you if you get caught in their jump. So now that the deputy chefs are out of the way, our guys are already banging on Ramsay over there. So be wary when Ramsay does his fireballs. As you'll see here, he's doing some spicy meatballs. He'll throw them up in the air. Now notice that his pan is still on fire. If he hits you with his pan, after he does that, he will put fire stacks on you. If you get anywhere upwards of 7 fire stacks or 6 fire stacks, you're going to go down very fast. Your health will deplete incredibly quickly. Just note that the Storm Chaser's bubble will save you from being hurt by the stacks. So right there, I got 4 stacks instantly when he hit me with his pan. Be wary of that. So as you can see, my health is going down pretty quickly. You can obviously potion through this if you want to. I prefer to leap and then just hope I make it through. So he has 2 damage phases. So when he does his second spicy meatballs, which you see here, he does the second one. I'll throw him up in the air. He should go into a damage phase at that point. We actually DPS through him to the point where he's not going to do that. He's just going to go right to his jumping phase. It's usually on his second meatball that he'll do his damage phase. The damage phase, if you fail it, it's not an insta-kill, but it will make the dungeon a lot harder because it basically doubles the amount of fireballs that are on the ground. So as you can see, I have 5 stacks on me. I'm probably just going to let myself go down, and then I'll shreds back up. It's not really worth trying to keep myself alive. I have no rage to worry about, so... Sip, he'll do his regular jumping phases. Here, he'll actually do a fire flame breath, basically. Once you tap A quickly enough, if you delay it just ever so slightly, you can dodge roll through him, and he'll shoot the fire that opposite way. If you do it too quick and you dodge roll through him, you'll actually bring the fire back on all your teammates that are behind him, so be wary of that. So here's his damage phase. He throw up meatballs that are fire, pops his damage phase. Once you get through that and you complete it, he'll go down for a solid 10 seconds that you can bang on him for. This is where I would suggest using your Earthbreaker if you have it, or your Meteors, whatever you guys have. He should be doing this twice, though. Heads up. At least twice. So once he's back up, he's going to jump, obviously, again. If you have the heal ring on and you're a Berserker, you can actually heal through this stomp attack if you're using Earthbreaker on him. I've done it before. It's not that bad. I'm being a little more cautious here just because I just don't want to lose my rage for that matter. I don't want to use it yet. So as you can see, True Beast, he's got the heal ring on. He's just healing through the attacks. So as you can see there, he went from jumping back to jumping. So he's definitely done that before. As long as you're DPSing him enough, he'll go right into those phases pretty quickly. So you see here, I'm trying to DPS through this, and it works. It can get very close. Like as you can see there, I was at 1%, but you can definitely do it. Is it 7%? We have 2 people down, 1 person down. I believe we told Jut just to stay down. He's at 7%, 6%. We're going to DPS him down to 0 real quick. And that's Head Chef Ramsay down. So that's the Abyssal Kitchen. I hope you guys had a good walkthrough with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the comments. And thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate it.